Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to channel Y.O.B. It's your host, Josh Solomon. Today, doing a review for the film 28 Years Later. I know I'm late to the party, but I really had to take some time to digest the film. My immediate thoughts, I really liked it. I can't say I love it, but maybe I will in the future the more I process it. And I don't know, it's kind of jarring, but in a good way. It's like it's very experimental, and I really like it. But let's get right into it. I like to start with the cast. The movie stars Jodie Comer as Isla, Isla, I believe that's what her name is. Ralph Fiennes as Dr. Ian Coulson. Aaron Taylor Johnson as Jamie. Edvin Riding as Eric Sudquist. I don't know if that's. Aaron Kelly Mann as Jimmy Inc. Alfie Williams as Spike. Jack O'Connell as Sir Jimmy Crystal. Try to get all the cast. Sorry, I really like doing this. This is like good to everybody. Chi Lewis Perry as the Alpha. I believe the Alpha that was on the train. Emma Laird. Stella Gauntlet. Ginny. Christopher Fulford. Sam. I don't know who this actor is. But yes. Oh yeah, let me just see who I'll give you guys who directed it real quick. Director Danny Boyle, and written by Alex Garland. Now, this is the third film in this series of 28 films, zombie films made, originated by Danny Boyle and Alex Garland from 28 Days Later. I'm a huge 28 Days Later fan. I love the film. I think it's one of my favorite films of all time. I remember watching it as a kid and just being shell shocked by it. Simple as that. Like, it's not like anything else really I could say. It was just like, aesthetically, it was terrifying. It was the first time I saw sprinting zombies. I'm not sure if I saw Night of the Living Dead before I saw 28 Days Later. I might have seen Night of the Living Dead first. And honestly, I think Night of the Living Dead is still my favorite zombie film of all time because of how haunting it is. And something about it's just really, and it's like when you have to really watch at the right time. You have to be in the right state of mind, you gotta be in the right mood, and honestly, I think it could be one of the most haunting films you've ever seen, because something about it is just so isolated, and so, I don't know, it's just something about that film I love, I really love that film, but, 28 Days Later was just one of the greatest zombie films I've ever seen, because it's just the camera work, the zombies being these rabid, psychotic, savage beasts that will rip you apart, and how the virus spreads so fast and how you change so fast. And it's just like, yeah, man. It's not my, yeah, I'm just, what have you, everything that you could say about this film has been said online already. So, yeah, I love this movie, 28 Days Later. So, going into 28 Years Later, I was really looking forward to it. I saw the first trailer. I have it on my channel if you want to go back and look at that. And I love the first trailer. I love the second trailer. I love all the trailers, and I was really looking forward to this. My immediate thoughts leaving theater, I thought that the film was really good. It gets better and better the more I think about it. I like it more and more the more I watch it. Um, I think it's it's an experimental, artistic. It takes chances. It's brave, and it reminds us. It really reminds me personally. I mean, it's my opinion. It doesn't mean that I'm the be out end all of cinema, but I'm just giving you my opinion that I love films that do things differently or challenge the audience and make us think. You know, um, Let me get to my good, mixed, bad. Good in this film, cinematography. I love the cinematography for the most part. I thought the cinematography is very artistic, creative, very entertaining. Um, I love the editing too. So a lot of people say I didn't like how it was edited, but I thought that it was really creative. I wonder if all the shots when the main characters kill zombies with like arrows, where like an arrow hit a zombie's head, and it'll stop and like go in this like half through circle, and this U around the shot. I don't know. I saw a rig that they had where it was like iPhones and all rig, and I don't know if it was like they took a picture of it. And I was like, that's actually really cool. I mean, that's really cool, man. And I mean, like a lot of people are like, oh, I don't like the editing, and it's just repetitive. It's like, wasn't it stopped after the first part? I mean, I kind of thought it was badass. Like, I mean, I still I do think the first part of the film is my favorite because of the aesthetics and the camera work. You know, so I really don't agree with the audience on how they talk about the editing. I think the editing is very good, and because it's something different. I personally really like it. The writing, number two. Alice Garland is master writer. I love pretty much everything he has written. Ex Machina, Annihilation, Civil War, 28 Days Later, everything, Warfare. I love all his work. I think he's just an amazing writer. He makes cinema feel like you're really like, and he doesn't hold your hand. He really makes his story, and you have to kind of meet him halfway. It's like he makes it, I think, palatable enough of a story to entertain you, but while at the same time injecting his own philosophy, his own, ideology, and it's like you can take it or leave it, and I like that about him, that he doesn't try to pander to the audience. He doesn't try to be like, oh, I gotta say something that makes the audience completely understand what my point is. No, he seems like a lot of times he doesn't give a fuck what your point is, what you think his point is. It's like, just take it or leave it. This is what I made. That's it. And I like that. I like that. The acting, I think acting all around great. Nobody's weak link. Maybe I'm sorry to do this. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe the kid Alfie Williams. He's not a bad actor, but he's just not. He's not. He has no screen presence. I think he's honestly. I mean, I'll leave that for later. But I think honestly, he's on my mixed side more than anything. But for everybody else, the acting was great. What else? Wait, what else good? What else good? What else good? Oh, the music. Oh yeah, music. I love the music. Music's great. I really like the music in this. I think that nothing sounds redundant or annoying. I really do like the soundtrack. It's just like, I mean, that's part of the reason I want to see the movie again, honestly. I like this movie, man. I really like this movie. Oh, and one more thing is, a good thing is that this is the first time I really appreciate Aaron Taylor Johnson since Kick-Ass. I think this is my two of my favorite films that he's been in has been Kick-Ass and this 28 years later. I think he really impressed me in this film. I've been really hard on him, and I just kind of felt like he was not that great of an actor. But honestly, this film, holy crap, I was very impressed. And I mean, I was not willing to see him play James Bond. But now after this movie, I'm like, man, I think he'd be good at James Bond. Honestly, like I don't, honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing him play 007. Like I think he did a great job playing the kid Spike's father. I think he was really compelling. That's why I kind of wish that he was in the whole film, not just like by himself, like separated. But at least we're gonna have him come back in the next one, so it's not like we're not gonna see him again. But oh my god, yeah. And now to the mixed thoughts. I'm not sure about the baby and some of the writing elements. Some of the writing elements in this film are a little I'm a little. The baby thing is kind of like, that I understand you're trying to probably make us, some sort of symbolic, point, metaphorical, point to this, but honestly, maybe it makes sense in the second one. It's just the way it's executed is kind of like what, and it's kind of like pulls me out a little bit. The kid. Again, like I was saying earlier, like I don't really necessarily think the kid is a great actor. I think he's, he just doesn't have a lot of screen presence. But I don't know. The more I watch it, the more I kind of accept him, and the more I kind of like, it kind of works because it's kind of like it doesn't feel like he's an actor. That's kind of like, oh, he's so charismatic. It's like it kind of makes the movie a little bit realistic because it's like that's how people are in real life. Some people are not like charming. Some people are kind of like awkward, and it's like it's good that Aaron Taylor Johnson is actually really good in the film to kind of like carry the kid at first, because I think in the second part that's why I'm more like I like the kid's performance more, but it's still the writing. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. This choices the kid makes is kind of weird, and it just doesn't make sense sometimes. And it's just like, but it's still sweet, and I think I accept it more and more I watch it. Honestly, the more and more I watch this film, I accept it more and more. With that Spike kid, the Alfie Williams, he's a good kid. I think that he has a lot. He has a long career ahead of him, and I think he could be a great actor. He's not bad. I just don't think he has screen presence, and I mean, he's a child, so it's like, what do you expect? This is probably his first. I think this is his first performance in a movie, so and yeah. What else mixed? The pacing. I'm a little mixed on the pacing because it's like I kind of like it because it's a build up, and I think it doesn't. It's like it's not predictable, and I think it's an odd pace that I'm not really sure about. I'm very mixed on. Like, it's not like I hate the pacing, but I don't know. It's like I'm not really, and I've seen it like 3 times now, so I'm not really sure how I feel with that. So it's still gonna stay in my mix with the pacing. What else for the mix? I'm mixed on the ending a little bit because I mean it is a little jarring with the 1, 2, 3, like, and then it's like, and then it turns to like some heavy metal, and it's like it's so jarring that I mean I kind of go with it. I kind of start laughing. I'm like, I'm not really offended by it. It's just kind of like, what? But it is kind of like, it reminds me of Crank a little bit. It's like Crank kind of did that, like we're very serious moments, and then just like out of blue do something like really silly, but it's like the director knows it's being silly, so it's like it's not like the director's like trying to be serious but unintentionally being silly. It's almost like the director wanted you to be kind of like jarred by it. Like, yeah, that's the point. I want you to be like, what the fuck am I looking at? It's like that's kind of the point. So it's like that kind of makes me intrigued. So I'm mixed on that, the ending. So yeah, the bad. Let's get to bad. Um, I'm I'm trying to think what bad is in this film for me personally. Again, this is my opinion. Don't take it, personal. It's my opinion. Um, I don't know. I just don't really. I'm trying to think of what's bad. I mean, I really think the worst thing to me, honestly, is the story. I would have to say that, like, the whole overarching story, I think, is my least favorite. It's like, and spoilers. I'm just gonna get into spoilers. You've been warned. 3, 2, 1. Kalabunga. Yeah. The mom dying in the end is just really depressing and just kind of is a downer. And this is like, I didn't really want to watch a movie about like a coming of age of the Spike Kid. And it's like, and since this kid, to me personally, is not the greatest of actors. He's kind of just mediocre. Like, I've seen better kid actors before. He's like, he's mediocre. Like, I just don't really find him that captivating to look at in the movie. He's just kind of like, okay, he's just boring, and a lot of times he's kind of just not really like believable. Sometimes, like, it's kind of like, okay. And then the director said, oh, and another thing's bad. I don't like Last of Us. Like, I think Last of Us is overrated. I think it's been overrated ever since it came out. I think even when it first came out, Last of Us was like fun for the gameplay. I just think that the story is just a little too hammy, a little too cliche of the surrogate daughter for the reluctant father. It's like, we've seen the story before. It's not doing anything new, and I'm just like, I want to play. And again, I hate when apocalypse stories like don't tell you about the apocalypse and then like tell you about character, human beings, like their mundane life drama, like a melodrama, a drama of these like human beings. Like, I don't give a fuck about the human beings. He said, it's like, no, I want to see human beings give a fuck about the world that they're living in and the scariness of what they're involved in. It's like the world should be dictating the human beings, not the human beings dictating how we should feel about the world. It's just like, no, it's like that. I don't like that, especially in apocalyptic movies. It's like the apocalyptic movies should be affecting the characters non-stop. Not, the characters just miraculously have no fear when it's inconvenient. It's like, what? No, I don't like that. But yeah, I'm trying to think what else is bad. It's like, no, yeah, let me finish what I'm saying about that Last of Us thing. Is that the director, reason I mentioned Last of Us, that he said he got influence from Last of Us. And I'm like, no, don't, because then just really you could tell in this, it's like a coming age, like the Ellie and Joel story in Last of Us is a coming of age story. It's like, it's like, why would you make Last of Us already is popular? It's like, isn't that like already a TV show? Like, that's why I'm like, I really do. I think that's my least favorite thing about 28 years later is the story. I think that I didn't really want a story about like, a mom with cancer dying in a zombie apocalypse, and because the zombie apocalypse should be a depressing story enough. It's like, it's already depressing enough. Like, you don't need to add like a story on top of the apocalypse. Like, oh, like that, dude, without the zombie apocalypse, if this was a movie about like a broken family where a kid gets, sees his dad cheating on his mom, and then he runs away with his mom to go get her treatment for, her disease, and then realizes cancer, and then she dies. If this was not even a horror film, it would still be a sad film. Like, it would just be a sad ass film to watch. And then just to be like, okay, on top of this being a sad ass film, let's just make a zombie movie in the background. It's like, okay, is this too much like depression, bleak shit? Where it's kind of like, it gets kind of like, it just kind of gets like less interesting and more just like depressing. And it's like, and not in a good way. Like, I don't mind movies that are sad, but I don't like when movies get so sad that it's kind of like, I'm not having fun anymore. You're actually like triggering my actual personal life, like sadness. Like, you need to entertain the audience at some point. It's like, okay, this is a level of like, depressing topic we could go into. Where it's almost like, okay,
it's almost like, damn, this is not even like a film that's like fun to watch. It's like I'm just like depressed. It's like, thank you for reminding me how sad life is. I mean, like I get like it's not scary. It's like I came here to be scared by zombies ripping people apart and like people fighting for lives in a zombie apocalypse. Like I wanted to be excited with fear, not depressed. You know, and I think that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest dislike I have for it. But overall, I think this movie still, for me, after watching it numerous times, 9.8 out of 10. I think it's close to being 10 out of 10, but it's not. It's just off by like a small, little smudging. So I'm really hoping that Danny Boyle and Alice Garland make the last 28, movie. And yeah, I'll be there day one. I know that the director of the second one made the Candyman film, the recent Candyman film, and I know a lot of people didn't really like it. I really like it aesthetically. I know that I don't really like the story again, so I'm really scared that it might be the same thing with her movie. It's gonna be like the story's bad, but it looks aesthetically good. But I don't think this movie 28 years later has a bad story. I think that there's bad writing elements in it. I think that there's good writing style and writing, and I mean what we were giving. The story that we're given was written really well. Okay, let's put it that way. The story that we're given was written really well, but at the same time, I don't like the story. If that makes sense, I don't know if that makes sense or not. Like, it's written really well, but I don't like the story. Like, I just don't want the story about. It's depressing, and it's just kind of like, okay, I'd rather just learn more about. I'd rather see 28 years later be about like the NATO soldiers or something, like, and them like studying like the virus and like before they get into the mainland and shit. Like, I don't know, something like that would be more entertaining. Cause this, I don't know. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And as always, may the force be with you. And please, if you enjoy this video, please like and subscribe. It helps the channel tremendously with the algorithm and all that. Peace and